Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wait, set, ready?
52's the mic. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, check it. Hey, Charlie. Hey, go 66.
Throwing now is Brady. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one good for 37 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They'll run here with Mack. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, set, wide, 80. Hey, 66. Watch out. Hey, check it.
From the 35 on second down, Brady. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Brady. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
52, right? 52. 52 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the 6 yards.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 19-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. They go play action now. Taylor. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. From his linebacker spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. Rip. Hey, Alpha.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
I got him. Check shadow. Check it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And Diggs has it. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down. Here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, Wahoo! Ringo. Alert! Hey, 66.
From the gun, it's Brady. And Jeffrey's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Give me something. No. Ozzy. 59, right?
Hey, Foxtrot. Sugar.
Second down and goal. Brady. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jordan Reed there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Check.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Barkley. And shutting him off, now open field. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Saquon Barkley, 54 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Carolina. 78 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Marlon Mack, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run with Barkley. Still on his feet. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Taylor to throw. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go, defense. And here we go. Slam, slam, slam. He's checking. Crash. Watch the twist. It's free.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Gostkowski the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky. Could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jay, go 66. Rip.
To throw again. Brady. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brady. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. On 3rd down, Brady. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Taylor. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
48-yard line.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on third down? You're a little off balance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Man open left side is Brown. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. John Brown. 26 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
That's trash. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working from the gun is Brady. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, Delta.
52, Mike, 52.
72.
They do go for it. It's Brady looking long for his tight end. He's got a man. Complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. Hey, 66. Hey, Haywood. 72.
Three down. Watch 17. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Alert. Under 10. Go on. No, 66. Shadow. Alert.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Out to the left here to Reed. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now again running right is Montgomery. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A good sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check.
From the gun, King gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action, it's Taylor. Going for it all. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. John Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gostkowski with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mack. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey, Alabama. Hey, Steve 6. Hey.
From the 39, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, high 7.
50 seconds left. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Sugar.
Brady now to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's going to be a long day. Check 24. Hey, Alabama.
On 1st down, Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Goal 50. Hey, dude.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 52.
You better be afraid. Check it, reload. Be afraid of me. Mike 52.
From the 36, Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up, and what's been so far a tough game for them. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Bravo!
Brady going to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. nowadays an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Mack. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Marlon Mack with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action with Taylor. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Brady to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Alabama, 380, 72. Hey, orbit.
5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where's 52? Alert! Alert! Tighten up. Tighten up.
Bud.
Check.
Hey, 66.
Back to throw, Brady. And he's able to find Diggs. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Stephon Diggs, 81 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
53! Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On first down, Matt. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. King off the play fake. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Down 80. Sugar. Rush in. Sugar.
Brady going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now King throwing again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Panthers, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.